Does a photographer still need a website in 2021? Well, let's talk about that today, shall we? I just want to quickly say, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name's Pin. If you've been here before, welcome back. It's nice to see you again. All right, but for today, let's talk about why a photographer, any photographer, regardless of your genre, should have a website that you can use to show off your portfolio. I'm bringing this topic up now because if you saw a couple weeks ago at the time of filming this, Adam Mosseri, I think you pronounce his last name, I may have butchered it, had an announcement where he came out and stated that.
And I want to start by saying we're no longer a photo sharing app or a Square photo sharing app.
Which then begs the question as to where should photographers post their content if everybody is slowly going video. Granted, some are more video orientated than others, prime examples being YouTube where we are now, but also TikTok, which was designed from the ground up to be a video sharing app. But then with all of these changes, where can we then post our images for people to not only enjoy looking at and browsing through, but purchase as prints to put up in the walls or as digital prints to use as marketing collateral? So before we get into why I think you should have a website, I want to quickly touch on why using social media predominantly as your marketing tool and your home base to send where you send potential clients to is not the easiest thing in the world. Because if we just backtrack a few months, even just setting up a store on Instagram and Facebook, at least here in Australia, wasn't an easy process because it wasn't available yet. It's only something that's recently come on board. Whereas now, anytime I put a post up, I can also tag a product in there, which will send you to my shop, which then sends you to my website. But at the same time, that's then multiple steps in the process to get you from that image to being able to get that picture, which in today's age, we should be able to make it as quick and seamless as possible to get someone from point A to point B with all the different technology that we've got available. So I predominantly use Facebook and Instagram as a marketing tool to drive people to either my YouTube channel where we are today or to my website, which I'll get to in a second as well. But also, if you look at something like your Instagram grid as a prime example, if we look at mine, it's not just the photos I've taken and the photos that I put up for sale on my website. There's also the thumbnails for new videos that go out, or quick pictures of when I'm on location, and so you guys can see what's coming your way in both the photos and potential YouTube videos. Can't go to as many places now in lockdown, but I am allowed to go to my local area, so I might bring you guys along with me one of those days. But trying to maintain your Instagram grid in a way that promotes your images in the best way possible requires a lot of work. But that's where I like a website, because in a website, you're not limited to just a grid and a short bio area. You can have as many or as little pages as you like in order to not just promote your work, sell your work, but also let your clients know who you are, because if they don't like you, they won't buy from you. Regardless of what you're selling, clients buy you first before they buy your product. So now that we've covered social media, why should we then take our time and build a website? Thanks to some website builders such as Squarespace, GoDaddy, Wix, building a website can be either really easily or really complex depending on how you want it to look. I myself use Squarespace. I'm not sponsored by Squarespace to mention them or say anything about them in this video. This is purely from my own experience. And I've used other website builders in the past. Initially, I chose WordPress and WooCommerce, which WordPress is not the easiest to work with unless you've got a bit of a technical background. And whilst I know how to build websites, I want to be able to build a website where it's easy to set up to begin with, and it's easy to maintain and add on to at a future date. Like most of the time when I add on to my website, it's a new blog post or or a new print, which, speaking of prints, this one will actually be going up for print shortly. I'll let you guys know as soon as that one's available, because I wanted to get this one tested on different type of paper first. But getting back to the website, with a website, you can give it as many or as few pages as you want, depending on what it is you want to do. If we take a look at my website as an example, I've got the home page where you get a basic intro to who I am or to what it is you're going to get on this website, a few products, a quick video, and an option to subscribe to my newsletter, which goes out every time I put up a new blog post. But if you go to the prints page, you'll see exactly what prints are available for you if you did want to hang any up on your wall. And all of them shows you the print as a thumbnail. If we just take this one as an example, how it actually looks sitting above a sofa. And it's saying that if you wanted to see how it looked above other settings such as a desk, or I've even got templates for bathrooms and bedrooms as well, if you're interested in having that, I can do a mock-up quickly for you and send that through as well. It's really no drama to me, and I'm happy to do so if it helps you decide that yes, you do want to have it as a print. But then there's also options where you can put in a gallery page, which is all of your pictures that you've done that you're proud to put up online, that they don't all have to be for print. They could just be there as a gallery for you, just to show off the other work that you've done as well, that you're happy to put up there, that don't have to always be for print. And in some cases, I've actually had people reach out and say, this one's not available for print, but can I have it because I really want it? And the answer is always going to be yes. I've got no reason to say no to you if you want any of these pictures that aren't available for print. All right, but then you've got an About Me page where you can find a bit more about me. And there's also the options here. I give you the links to my other pages where you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'd just like to quickly say, if you are liking this video so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated, as it does help the YouTube algorithm out a lot. And if you do want to stay up to date with future videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tick that little bell. That way you get a notification every time a video comes out. But let's get back into the website for now. I give you the contact options. So if you do want to get in touch with me, you can send me an email through here. And for those of you who prefer reading over watching, there's also a blog page where I normally try to upload a blog every couple weeks. But after doing the whole photography for beginners series, I needed to take a break from writing, and I'm actually going to be turning that into a video series as well. And then last but not least, I've got my FAQs, or frequently asked questions. And I deliberately put this here because I want to make sure that the most common questions that have arisen are available for you straight away, so you can see them here online instead of having to email me going, what about this? What about that? It's already there. If there is a question you want answered that isn't available on the website, come and let me know. Just drop me a link on the contact page or drop me a message down below in the comment section here, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Normally, it's going to be within 24 hours. Here on the FAQs, it's got most of the questions that are in relation to the prints that I provide. Some questions come up more often than others, like especially when it comes to sizing is the most common question. For example, these pictures up here are 60 by 40 centimeter prints, and that includes a border all around it, that because some customers have requested that they be signed, some just want to have the logo, and some want it bare because when they put the frame in there, the frame is going to take up most of that white border anyway. And then you've also got a page on shipping and return questions, because I want to make sure that as much information as possible is available to you before you hit buy. That way there's less concern and anxiousness on your side when you do hit that buy button, that order now button. I want to make sure that when you've gotten a print, you know exactly what's going to happen to it between when you've hit order and when it gets to your doorstep. And in saying that, I do want to quickly say that my printers are still actually working during this lockdown. They're not actually allowed to physically work together in the same studio, but I saw that they have found a way where one person is at home preparing the files for print, and the other one is actually at the printing studio, making sure everything gets printed out, cut and sent out properly to whoever it may be. And if it's a case where you want the logo or for me to sign it first, then it'll come here to me, where I'll then sign it and send it off to you. If you would like to see how I do get my pictures ready to be sent out to you, I'll put a video for it up here so you guys can check it out. That way, you know exactly what's going to be coming your way when you do order a picture from me. And lastly, it's my gear. I've had a few people ask exactly what equipment I use when I go to take photos and when I'm doing the videos as well. Only thing not on there is my Sony a6400, because that normally sits on my desk at home to do these videos that we're doing right now. But everything else is on that My Gear page. So that's my website in a nutshell. If you would like to see how easily you can build a website with Squarespace in particular, let me know. I'll happily put together a video for you. It took me about, I'd say, less than a day to build this one. And that includes getting my pictures ready, getting the prints ready, uploading them, creating them all and separating them out, as well as getting all the other pages and the text ready as well. Because the great thing with Squarespace is there's so many templates for you to choose from that it's really your only limit is your creativity, I should say, because of all the options available to you. The only thing to bear in mind, I'd say, with Squarespace is that the payment plan is very modular. So like if you wanted to just have a website without a store, you pay a certain amount. You want to have it with your own domain, you pay a certain amount. If you want to have a newsletter, you pay a certain amount, and so on and so forth. Or I would just say do your research. Don't just take my word blindly that Squarespace is the best one. I'm just saying it's the best one that I've used so far. I think I'll leave it there for now, because I know that otherwise I could ramble on in 50 million directions. So in saying that, thank you for watching if you have stuck with me this far. If there are any questions you've got about not just my website, but building a website in general, whether it's Squarespace, WordPress, whoever it may be, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you want to stay up to date for future videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tick that little bell. That way you get a notification every time a new video comes out. But I'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.